So, in these, what were the toughest moments in these early days, or in those early days?
Yeah. So the toughest moments were the early days.
Yeah.
Right.
What were they?
Well, early days, we started virtual travels in 2021.
Yeah.
And throughout 2022, I was paying salaries from my pocket.
21, 22.
Yes, I was paying salaries from my pocket. Virtual travel started to pay its own cost in 2023.
Wow.
So we started with 2 buses, and up to June 2022, we still had 2 buses. In June 2022,
after 1 year.
No, maybe we started in December.
Oh, December of 2021.
So by June it was like 6 months.
Like 6 months.
6 months later, we still had 2 buses. Then we now have bus 3 and 4, which were the first Siennas that we had. And then by end of 2022, we had 20-something buses. But still, we're having to pay salaries from my pocket. And it was in 2023 that I started to break even. Then, of course, the other big challenge that we had at the beginning was a change in hearts and minds of the people.
Changing people's belief
that
what they were used to for many years.
So we said, and you know, by then petrol was cheap, only at 200. So what we're doing was that you have to book a bus, and the bus is going to depart on time, whether you come or not. And our buses were departing on time, sharp. So people will book bus, and we think that, oh, let me just Nigerian thing and all of that. And sometimes they come 1 minute late. When they come 1 minute late,
the bus
they are seeing their bus going away, and they are thinking we can stop the bus, and we'll tell them sorry, the bus can never stop because the people on board will not appreciate it. That you are stopping the bus.
That's principle.
We had all sorts of issues with that. Some of them will go to social media, battle matters, and do all sorts of things and all of that. And let me say that the general public did not have much belief in what we started to do. There was a transporter in the Benue axis that was called Ageshi. And constantly, even on social media, we're seeing people saying, don't mind them. That's how Ageshi came, and then Ageshi just disappeared into the oblivion. That don't mind them, after a while they will go. But we're into our 5th year, and we're going strong with our standards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Changing people's mind has always been a tough one.
Yes.
But now they are comfortable and they are happy.
You know, we have taught people a lot of things. Like we have taught people time management. You can see clearly the difference that we have made.
Yeah.
The change that we have brought into people's attitudes. Because the cases of people missing buses and then there is quarrel up and down has now totally minimized. Sometimes I am at a bus station like here, and people are arriving 1 hour to their bus.
Yeah, to wait,
because they don't want to take chances that they are going to come late. You know, so we have brought something into the consciousness of Nigerians about time management.
So the complaints, people's attitude you mentioned, and then paying salaries from your pocket for almost 2 years.
Yes.
Was there a moment you thought you were making a mistake, or you could give up?
I wouldn't. In fact, if I say that there were moments when I didn't think of giving up, I would be lying. You understand?
Yeah.
There were indeed moments where I just thought, like, look, this thing is not going to work.
Yeah.
This thing is not going to work because we had a lot of challenges. And I even need to tell you about the challenges. We started with brand new buses, the one we call tier leather. 2 of them in that 2021. By 2022, bus 2 was already grounded.
In new bus?
For like 6 months, the company we bought it from, they don't even figure out what to do with it. We're not left with 1 bus. We hire 4 transport officers. We have staff. We had all of those things. And then it took time for people to understand what we're doing. Maybe because of the adverts that we're making. We'll take you on a condition bus, a new bus, it will depart on time or arrive. I don't think people believed in that. So we're not even seeing the passengers. So we're having to go with either a near empty bus or half load and all of that. And we kept advertising. Then we went on to the media in Benue. You know, go on Benue television, on all the media, the television station, and all of that. We try to bring people in. People are not coming in. Right? So that was the moment that I was thinking that
you could give up.
and I think this thing is not gonna work.
But what changed?
I think what changed was consistency.
Yeah.
Even as we were facing those challenges,
You remained
we never
consistent.
changed our standard. I will tell you a story. My cousin, who is the eldest in our house now, since all of our fathers are gone, he's like our father. He took his phone and called me and said, this thing that you are carrying buses empty to go to Abuja just because you want to depart on time, it's not going to work. Carry those buses to Wurukum and fill up passengers, and when you fill them up, you will go. This was like a father putting words in my ears.
Wow.
Right? So we never left the way we were going. Regardless of how we thought doing it another way could be more beneficial to us, we stayed the course on where we were going. And that consistency started paying off. And when people now saw that, oh, this thing is not a fluke.
Yeah.
They really mean what they are saying. And we were consistent throughout that 2022, taking the course. And luckily for us, petrol was less than 200. If we started now, that petrol is 800.
It came to 1,000 at some point.
1,000, I think we would have given up, because we would have blown buses empty for too long. We would have given up. So we're lucky that it happened before this petrol, but we stayed the course. And then once people now knew that they are staying the course, they then became our advertisers.
Oh.
They are the ones now telling family,
they don't
friends,
joke with time.
police. Yeah. So people are now. So right now, in the whole of Benue, that Benue state that is there, is only the governor and the deputy governor. Maybe I don't have a record of the SSG boarding our buses, but we have carried from commissioners to permanent secretaries to judges to professors to military generals. We have carried the sector commander of
at that time.
Exactly. I carried sector commander of the road safety. We have carried every other person in Benue. But even the governor and the deputy, we work for them. Because frequently we get calls, go to Hilton, pick up people, drop them in government house. So and people are happy with what we are doing. They are no longer having to take their cars to travel. And imagine with petrol at the cost at which it is now. You know, a parent was telling me in Makudi bus station that I wouldn't even know what I have done to them. Because before, they would travel to Abuja to drop the kids, come back to Abuja, pick the kids, then go back and drop them. But now they are not doing that. They just go home.
Oh.
And you know, lives must have been saved. Because some of those trips that people were making, they may probably not have been there by now.
So certainly, this is beyond business and is beyond profit.
Yes.
But then having what? Impact on people's lives. Let's talk about that.
So basically, that word you have used, profit. Victoria Travels is a social enterprise. It's making more money now than it's spending, no doubt. But that surplus that it's making is being put back into the business by paying staff. We just increased staff salary by 30%. Wow. In January. You know, after the cost of living crisis, we increased staff salary by 20% through 2025. In 2026, we've just increased it by 30%. So before 2025 to now,
in less than a year, you have done that by 50%.
We have done 50% salary. And we're also doing other projects, like we have an accommodation that we're building here for the transport officers.
Can we look at it?
Yes, I can show you that.